Hey guys, Dan World, Mr. Great, Dandalf the Grey. We are finally back with a suggestion this time from my Discord. Twanda on my Discord. For those who don't know, I have a Discord linked down below. It's free to get in. There's no paywall behind it. I have mods there, so behave. But go there, enjoy, talk about whatever you want to do. Debunking, Sceptic stuff. You know the stuff when you call like City Sceptic, that kind of stuff, or just science, video games, movies. Talk about whatever you want. Within reason. But I've linked it down below. Go join the Discord. There's a lot of nice people there. And me. So, see you soon. I was coming home from work, to be honest with you. And I haven't got a car now, so I have to have a lift. It's just fun. I'm not going to get into it. So, Twanda suggested a bit of bizzarebub. Hey, Bubby. She or they, I don't know, sorry. They say, I would like to suggest this video for debunking, meaning the first video of that compilation, The Cat Lady. My wife and I do enjoy watching, My wife and I do enjoy watching videos like this, not because we believe they're real, but mostly because they are stupid that they're funny. My wife said that this video is the only one so far where she wouldn't immediately call bullshit, because the cats also react. I love it when cats react, they're the best. Kind of weirdly or scared. I'm not sure what to make of it, but I tend to say that what's going on in that apartment is probably caused by draft or vibrating walls due to a nearby train. What do you think? Well, Twanda, if that is indeed how you say your name, I'm gonna have a look. Christ, it's from 3 months ago. I need to watch more bizzarebub. I've only seen like a handful of their videos. Rolling my sleeves up for this one.
At home, when something pretty creepy is caught on camera. The following video comes from a woman who lives alone with her 2 cats.
I love cats.
Every so often, her cats would do things that would make her question whether or not they were children in their past lives. To her, it feels as though she's living with kids. Given how much she loves her cats, she buys a camera to see what they do when she's away.
Hang on. I gotta position my big fat head up there, because I don't.
From home.
Oh wait, there's another cat. Look, there's cats everywhere. Is the cat alive? Camera detects movement. It's definitely not the cat moving, I know that much. What are we looking at? Nothing is seen. The fuck? That sounds like a cat hissing, but...
From strange noises that come out of nowhere to unseen...
Sorry, I just realized I didn't have the audio up and I scared myself when I turned her up, right? Anyway.
Forces that are picked up by the camera. The woman is beyond spooked. Now, it's not only when she's gone that strange things happen. There have been countless instances when something...
Right, before we go further, I like cats. My mother has a cat, Pepper is name. Cats are scared of everything. I mean, they may, like, when they tap dogs and like go after their owners, like, which is the funniest videos ever, which we might watch after this. Cats are usually they'll jump at every little speck of dust. And that strange sound, which it did sound freaky. To me, that just sounds like a cat hissing, or they're like meowing loudly because of the audio of the camera. If you listen to the audio of the camera, it's really echoey and bad quality. So I don't know, that's what that could have been. But we're going to continue.
Something unexplainable occurred while being at home. On one occasion, the woman is in the kitchen when all of a sudden, an object on her shelf just launches off on its own. But creepiest of all is when one day, while sitting on the couch, this happened.
Unfortunately, whatever fell off the camera was before the camera moved, so we can't see it. So I can't really say anything about it. What's the cat doing? Cats are so dodgy, honestly. You didn't see that because my big fat head. Let's go back. The door opens. And there's no one there. The cat is mesmerized. Look at him. Is that cat actually alive? Because she hasn't moved an inch.
The woman is certain that there was no draft when this happened, as according to her, the whole apartment is sealed just tight enough to prevent any airflow from outside.
I mean, it could be airflow. I mean, anyone could say their house is airtight, but it's never airtight. Unless you're in a bloody vacuum. So it could be airflow. The handle doesn't move. But unfortunately, and I know I'm going to be called a silly little skeptic who tries to find the explanation in every single thing he watches. We'll get to those comments in a later video. But unfortunately, we don't see who's or if there's anyone behind that door. That's what you got to remember. Could it be a ghost? Yes. Could it be someone behind that door pulling it open to make a YouTube video? Yes. That's the problem. You gotta take those 50-50. You gotta figure out which is the more plausible. What's it called? Occam's razor. That kind of shit. That's you gotta weigh up, unfortunately, when it comes to something like this. We can't look behind there. We can't see who's behind the door, if there's anyone behind the door. And we're just taking their word on it that the house is airtight. That's all I can really say on that. So I'm gonna move on.
It's incidents like this, among many others, that's been causing her a lot of anguish, as she doesn't know what to do to stop this.
What happened? I don't know. What happened?
Sors, viens. Attends. Viens. Connard. Espèce de connard. Viens. Laisse cette putain de porte tranquille maintenant. Non, non, c'est fini. Viens. C'est moi. C'est moi, regarde. C'est moi. Regarde. Viens.
It's a creepy head gonna peekaboo. No.
Derrière. Hein?
That sound of the door slamming was way too bloody loud for the way that door slammed. I'm just saying. I think it's drafts. I can't prove that. And I know it said it's affecting him mentally. Maybe she firmly believes that something's going on, because so far I've just seen doors shutting slowly and opening slowly without the handle moving. That's all I've seen. It could be like a window is not fitted properly, or there's not closing properly, or a door or something, or an attic door, whatever. Could be causing a negative vacuum, not a negative vacuum. I don't know the term, but you know what I mean. Negative air pressure. I think that's what I'm on about. Who knows with me? I think that's what's going on here, and I think she's just looking too much into that. Because cats get freaked out at everything, I know. But that's what I think. But the part where that door slowly closes, and it does slowly close, the bang that happens is like it was slammed, and the bang doesn't match up. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's fake. I'm really not. If that woman ever sees this video, I'm really not. I'm just saying. That sounds really loud for that, how slowly that door goes. The sound of that door closing was like a bloody car hit the wall or something. But that's all I'm going to say on that, because I don't know, I'm not there, so. That's all I'm saying. That's all I can say to the lady if she ever sees it. I think she just needs to get some vents checked and seals on the windows and doors checked. I think you got negative air pressure. That's what I think. But I can't prove it because I'm not there, so I'm going to move on. And cats get scared. That's where the term scaredy cat comes from. Anyway, moving on. Number 5.
In this next video, a man is looking outside his window when he notices something odd. Across from his apartment, a set of mannequins are lined up in front of a store. As he takes a closer look at one of these mannequins, something pretty baffling happens. This
Mannequin
is what he
boobs.
captured.
That's my guess.
Juro que esa muñeca no estaba mirando hacia acá, mira. ¿Ves que parece como si nos estuviera mirando?
It definitely looked like the doll.
Vamos, parpadeó. Vamos. Te lo juro que parpadeó.
It definitely looked like the doll moves up, but the blink is something else.
Vamos, parpadeó. Vamos.
It definitely looks like the doll winks. Now, it could be a number of things. The doll could have winked. There's that. Silly skeptic. It could have been added in post. There's definitely that. Think of Fourth Wall. Look at Fourth Wall. They do this stuff all the time. They make it look like it's found footage, real stuff, and then you just add their own little effects in. Basic effects, but the effective effects. 3. The doll could be mechanically made to wink every now and again because it's an attraction thingy. I don't know. That's all I have for that. But out of those three, you know, you tell me what you think. The doll winked. I can't do my fingers. It was an added effect. The so sorry. The doll is an attraction which is made to mechanically wink. Or another one we could think of, and this is another thing which does happen, in low quality video. A lot of the times, which we don't realize as a viewer, but you will be surprised how many times this happens when we're watching something like this and it's a low quality video. The person filming, say for example, animal. The person filming animal is not looking at animal; he's looking through the phone. So obviously, if it's artifacting in the video because it's a low quality camera, which by this it looks very low quality. When you're slightly moving the camera, even if you think you're still, when you're slightly moving it, it will distort things in the viewfinder of the camera. So my guess it could be actually is that the guy is not looking at the doll. He's looking at the doll through the viewfinder of whatever camera he's using, the low quality camera, and he just noticed the artifacting in real time on the camera. It could be that as well. Right, I think it's a mask. And we haven't seen one of them for a long time. I don't mean, for those new here, I don't mean a mask on your face. I mean a mask inserted in Adobe Premiere or Adobe After Effects. One image or video, I should say, is of the eye closed, which you can, manipulate in Photoshop or something. And they overlaid onto the original footage and just keyframed in. Because, the reason I say that, from one frame to the next, when the doll blinks, there's a white little dot right there. Now that's not artifacting. That looks like to me he didn't quite draw the mask in properly when they inserted the blink, and because of the motion of the video, they didn't line the mask up properly. That's what it looks like to me. If I was going to do that, I would film the doll. You say, "Oh my God, it blinked." Then take the footage of the doll into Adobe After Effects, manipulate it so just maybe use a morph tool to push the eyelid down, insert it back in, and then I would use camera tracking to have a smooth transition into the eye blink. That's what I would do. But that one there to me looks like it was done in keyframe instead of tracking. Which when you're keyframing something, basically you do it manually. You move the image manually. But that's why that little white dot right there, looks like it's the edge of the mask moving slightly because he didn't keyframe it properly. That's my observation. Again, I'm not there. It could 100% be a possessed doll blinking at this dude across the street. It could be. But that's my observation right there. From someone who dabbles in the special effects. Number 4.
There's a man on YouTube who's been documenting strange happenings in his house. Almost every video on his channel is solely based on the supposed paranormal occurrences that this man has been experiencing. It goes without saying, but some videos are pretty creepy. In one of his uploads, the man captures footage of an unexplainable incident that resulted in his mirror getting cracked.
I've seen that guitar on the wall before.
He has no idea as to how the mirror got cracked,
Sure I have.
but he suspects that the ghost in his house is accountable for this.
I want to look up this guy, the hooker, but I don't like typing things in like the hooker into the Google because certain things come up. But I'm going to look.
I thought Fawn and David were back. I just got out of the shower.
I can't understand what he's saying. I don't know if he's English or what. I don't know. I could not understand his words then.
And I heard, well, it sounded like the door opening.
Oh, right, he's American, okay. I understand the irony of someone with my accent saying I couldn't understand him, so don't worry, don't at me in the bloody comments.
Dude.
Oh, didn't he say someone was knocking on his door?
Fuck.
I mean, by now I would have answered the bloody door. That would have really annoyed me. Okay. I think I know what kind of channel this is. Right, we're going to just continue with what we want. What's going to happen? Is it going to make me jump? I'm ready. Something's good. Okay.
Fun. Fun. David. Is he funny, guys?
Is he calling someone? I shit myself then. I didn't realise he was looking into a mirror. I thought it was someone walking towards him. What's a loud house he lives in? I'm sure I've seen this bedroom. Not in real life. On YouTube, I'm just saying.
A shadow beneath the bed.
I did not see
It
the
happened.
shadow, dude.
Take a look.
Whenever I want to say something, I'm quite weary of like being just called a silly skeptic because I'm really not. But there is things I can see in this video which lead me to believe that it's added in post. I'm just going to point some stuff out. You make your own mind up about that, right? I'm not a silly skeptic. I am a silly skeptic, but yeah. So there's a dot there. There's a dot there, right? Which, again, right, when the mist, we'll call it a mist, right? When it comes into view, now fair play, it's reflected in the mirror on the right hand side, which, there, okay? Now I've gone through frame by frame, you didn't see that because I've cut all that out. But on the leg, or close to the leg, on the leg and next to the leg there, I think it's two people in that bed, by the way. As you go by frame, a dot appears right there, and another dot right there, and then as you go frame by frame again, the dot appears further over right there. But on there, on the bed, I should say, the mist goes behind the bed. What this silly skeptic can see right there, right, is the two dots, one on the leg and one on just by the side of the leg, which appears further away from the black mist in the corner. A misty effect drawn in Photoshop, but they've used like a wide widespread brush, like a soft brush. And what that will do, if you draw a blob in Photoshop, if it's a wide enough brush, it'll add little pixels on the edges of that mist. You won't see it bang around there, but if you look close, it'll be like little tiny pixels of blackness if you use black brush around the edge. When you see it on the leg, I even to myself, I'm thinking I'm going way too deep to explain this, and I'm probably way off. But this is, like I said, coming from someone who knows a bit about this stuff. Coming from someone who knows a bit about this stuff, this is what I can see, and this is the only way I can explain it. Is supposedly going behind the bed, right there. But there's dots on the leg right there, which only appear as the mist moves a tiny bit forward. If I'm doing it frame by frame right there, back and forth, back and forth. And like I said, that to me just looks like bleed from the brush effect done in Photoshop, and it hasn't been masked out to the bed because they didn't notice it on the edge. I'm just saying. Or it's a shadow dude ghost. That is the other possibility, but let me know in the comments what you think. Oh, see that comment about this being a silly skeptic? That's really affected me. It's affected my abilities. It hasn't, but, you know. Number
There's a
3.
video on Reddit that many people are finding hard to explain.
My bloody
The
phone.
footage itself comes from a security camera installed outside a workplace where the Reddit user's father works. The father has no clue as to what was caught on camera, but nevertheless, he was terrified by the footage, as what was captured in it is something that one's mind would conjure up during a nightmare.
Unbelievable. What was it?
Despite the video's low resolution, you can still make out something pretty uncanny. Although we can't precisely tell what it is that we're seeing, it's obvious that something isn't right about the supposed people in the footage. Out of both people, one seems to have an unusual gait. It's as though they're walking on all fours, with a slight limp. It's this particular detail that's led viewers to believe that something otherworldly is with a slight edge.
I was just waiting for it.
Outside.
Now, what I think it's two people, not one person, not one hunched over person. I think it's two people walking side by side. Myself. One has a walking stick, maybe. I can't explain it, but what I know is going on in the footage, at least, is that the CCTV sensor is not picking up the motion correctly in the night vision mode, and it's artifacting big time. But I think it's two people walking. I know that much. I don't know it. That's what I think. But other than that, I don't know. It's cryptid. I bet if you were there in real time looking at that area, not through the CCTV, you can probably see two people walking, one possibly with a walking stick. And because it blends into one on the crap CCTV with the night vision, it just looks like a cryptid with a massive stride. Carrying his shopping bag because he's just been to Tesco's, buying his 4-litre Stonehouse cider ready for the Friday night. I don't know. Number 2.
If there's one thing that makes the video twice as creepy, it's
Kids.
Children staring at something that can't
See, I
be
told
seen.
you.
But even more unsettling is when something near them suddenly moves on its own, suggesting that something might actually be there. This next video is just as creepy as the one described.
I've seen this, and I think that kid is one of the cutest kids ever. No, don't move this over. I've seen this. I don't want to say that the mother told the daughter what to say, but I'm just going to watch the clip.
Okay.
Mommy, your grandma's here. And she says, "Hi, Jamila."
What?
No, look, I don't want to be. I really don't want to be mean. I really don't. I hope it is a grandmother. I really do. The kid looks like she's reading off the phone in front of her. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna move on before I get hounded because I'm really mean. But anyway.
The story goes that the young girl was a mother who was searching for her missing child.
Oh no, there is it.
She's in a hurry, Terry.
It's just he goes on a bit. Right. That was bizzarebub. That was bizzarebub. Scary Com V69. 69, dude. I don't know. I hope I give you some explanations from this silly skeptic. This silly closed mind skeptic. We'll get to that in a comments video very soon. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you like this video. Leave a sub if you're new to my channel. I do this quite often. That's it. Leave a comment down below. What do you think of my suggestions or explanations? Do you think I'm full of shit? Do you think I'm a closed-minded little silly skeptic? I'm going. Anyway, thanks for watching, and bye for now.